as bosses and stuff. And then in episode 2, we know that Scarlet was in the Hotel Cortez and saw Holden. And so in this episode, they were in a therapy session, and she was talking about how Holden was in the hotel, and obviously no one believed her, because, they all assumed that Holden was dead or missing. Why would he be in a hotel? So Alex, the mother, got really mad at her for saying something like that. So that was like a little part of the episode. And then, yeah, they moved on, and it's just really crazy, the relationship that the mother wanted to have with Holden, the kid. It's really disturbing. If you watched it, you'll know, like, the way she described it. It's not good. She's like, I love Holden more than my husband, or Scarlet, the other child. Alright, so moving on back to the hotel. Claudia, the fashionista, was a helper assistant to Wildrake. So she was living in a hotel for a night or something, and she was taking off her makeup and getting ready for bed. And in previous episode, we know that Sarah Paulson saw a man into the mattress. So like he's inside the mattress. And when she lay down, the guy, the junkie, grabbed her and eventually killing her. And so she died, Naomi Campbell. So that was like, oh, what the hell is going on? That gave me a jump scare, because it came out of nowhere, like from the bed mattress. He just reached out and grabbed her and then stabbed her to death. And he ended up dying anyway, so he's not important or anything. But yeah, and then I don't know, this episode was really all over the place, because we get to see that happen, and then that happened, and all of a sudden this happened. So, with that being said, they all jump to a new scene where John the detective arrived at a crime scene, and the crime scene was a gossip blog office. And you see all these people that work there, they're all dead, and their tongue were all like nailed to the table, like sticking out, and there's a nail through it, and there's a lot of blood and stuff. It's either chopped off or nailed to the ground or table. And that was part of the amendment or something, like you shall not speak something, or you shall not see, and all that crap, which I'm not familiar with, but someone is killing people based on that amendment stuff. And there were a gossip bloggers, so you don't gossip without your tongue. So that was like a sign, like something like that. And then in previous episode, we found out that Lady Gaga found a new interest in Tristan, which is Dandy. I'm just gonna call him Dandy. And Matt Palmer, yeah, which is Donovan in the show, was her old lover. And then after she found Tristan, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna dump you. You should go. And Donovan got kicked out, obviously, in really bad terms, because he was freaking out, like, I'm the love of your life. Why would you do that to me? So he got kicked out. And Kathy Bates, which is the mother, she was so content. She's like, oh my god, you're finally kicked out. Let's go out and move out together. And then it was a very sweet, loving scene she's a racist, which adds sad and stuff. I feel really bad for her. Anyway, she said that, and Donovan, which hated her so much, he's like, I'm not gonna move out with you. You should just leave me alone. And then at the end, Donovan was like, you should kill yourself. And that just kind of made my heart stop a little bit, because I can't believe Donovan would say that to his mother. And it's really hurt to see Kathy Bates, because she's such a good actress. When I see her all sad and stuff, I'm just like, I feel so bad for her too. So I started like feeling so bad for her when she was told to kill herself. And later on, she actually asked Sally, which is played by Sarah Paulson, to inject her with drugs to get her overdosed. And she ended up dying. But then at the end of the episode, Donovan was like, oh my god, you're the only person I have left. I'm not gonna let you die. So he cut himself and gave her some blood, which was kind of stupid because you told her to kill herself, and a day later you're gonna come back and say, oh, I love you, don't kill yourself. What is wrong with you? You're playing with people's emotions. So he's kind of fucked up. Sorry, I swear, but he's kind of messed up. I don't like Donovan, and the way he treated his mother was just not right. Even no matter what happened, you shouldn't tell her to kill herself. You shouldn't encourage that. Anyway, the most exciting part of the episode to me was the first appearance of Ramona, which is played by Angela Bassett. I loved her in The Coven. I loved her in The Freak Show, the Three Boobs lady. I loved her. She is so great. So I was super excited to see her finally appeared in season 5. It took like 3 episodes, but she's finally here, which got me so happy. So we get to see a little bit of Ramona's backstory, and Lady Gaga and her was lovers back in the 1940s, 50s, and it lasted a pretty long time, their relationship, until Ramona found a new lover, which was a rapper. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna turn you into a vampire too. But that was one thing Lady Gaga despises. She doesn't allow her babies to make more babies. So Lady Gaga was really mad, and she went to them and killed everybody, and except for Ramona. And she just kind of like ended the relationship there, like, this is not gonna happen anymore. So that was that. And after that, we get to see Alex and John interact in the Hotel Cortez. And Alex wanted to file a divorce with John because after what happened with Holden getting kidnapped, she is really like despising him for what happened. So she wanted to divorce him, and then John is like, no, I don't want a divorce. And then he started feeling really sick, so Alex had to carry him back to the hotel, his hotel room 64. And before she leaves the hotel, she saw Holden in the hallway, and then she was really surprised to see him there, so she started running towards him and touched him and hugged him like, oh my god, you're here, why are you here? And that moment I was just like, why is Holden there? Why would he come out to find Alex? And then we actually get to find out in episode 4 why he was there and what happened. So that was that, and the episode ended with Donovan feeding blood to his mother, Iris, which is Kathy Bates. But I want to talk a little bit more about the interaction between she just couldn't die. She wouldn't OD. She was like, I gave you enough drugs to knock you an elephant out or something, and she's still alive. So Sally thought of another way, which was to put a plastic bag over her head, and then you get to hear all this breathing and all the sound of the plastic bag as Kathy Bates suffocates. And I'm just cringing like, oh my god, I don't want to hear this. It is such an awful way to go. So she ended up dying, and going back to that, Donovan gave her blood to try to save her life. So that was like the end of the episode, and we know that Lady Gaga does not like when her babies make more babies. So in that case, Lady Gaga turned Donovan, and Donovan turned her mother, and that's not a good idea. And even Sally was like, you don't want to do that because you're gonna piss her off even more. So that was the end of the episode. This episode happened pretty quick, like everything just happened, and there's a lot of scenes jumping to another scene, so it gets a little bit confusing. So when I'm talking here, it's kind of difficult to understand me because I'm just all over the place about this thing. But when you watch it, you get to know like, oh, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. So that's good. But what I was really, really excited about was Ramona's appearance, which is Angela Bassett. So she's gonna have her revenge against Lady Gaga for killing the love of her life, which was the rapper. So we're gonna see a little bit more on that. But I really don't know how this is gonna go. So far, the storyline is meh, not too good, not too bad. It's a lot of sex scenes here and there. Like every episode, there's like 3-4 sex scenes between everybody. So obviously, they're going for a bloody sexual